Heyo, and welcome to the 4th episode of Storytime with Elle, where I actually changed clothes, so I bet you didn't even recognize me. On second thought, you may not even be able to see me because I basically blend in with the couch. It's a very good strategy on my part, very good color coordination. This is a story that I wrote, I don't actually know when. I was probably 7? Anyway, and I hated it so much even after I finished it that I never looked at it again. So we'll see what happens. This is called Clover's Bird. Clover, Clover! The call came from a small child standing in the doorway. There you are, exclaimed Cindy, the littlest child in the Thompson family. Clover came meowing gratefully to the door and licked the gentle hand expanded towards her. Cindy, breakfast is ready. The sound startled Cindy and Clover so much that they jumped. Then they went with Cindy's sister and they had breakfast. At the table, Tilly asked, "What are we going to do today? You always have a special surprise for us." "Yeah," agreed Millie. "What's it going to be?" Tilly and Millie. Where did I even get these names? Okay. I bet they're twins. "Well," said their father slowly to be silly, "well, we could go out and eat dinosaurs." "No!" screamed the kids. "No way!" I'm joking, their father said quickly. "Whew," the kids all said together in relief. "Now listen," said the kid's mother. "Here's the deal. How about a picnic on the beach?" she inquired. "Yeah," agreed Millie. "Sure," said Tilly. "Wonderful," said Sydney and her older sister. I bet her older sister's name is Silly. We will have to pack a good lunch," their father warned them. That evening, Cindy went outside and told Clover about where they were going and what they were going to do. That evening, they don't eat lunch till the evening? Something's wrong with that. Ooh, that's my brother singing my new theme song for this show in the background. That's what that is. He doesn't know I'm recording. Okay, anyway, Clover still had a hope that one day she would go somewhere special with the Thompson family, so that something stirred in her heart when she heard the word beach. She started purring contentedly and jumping up and trying to lick Cindy's face. "No, no, no," exclaimed Cindy, contentedly stroking Clover's fur and almost laughing. "You can't come." Clover's face returned to normal when she heard that. Soon the Thompson family got into the car and drove away to the beach, leaving Clover behind. Now Clover did not think this was so very fair, but she caught the point a little later. Clover was a cat, and Cindy was a human, and, well, she was just different from Cindy's family. They deserve to be higher and have more authority than me. I will try to keep my anger under control. She has a very good view of the situation. She sounds like me, just rationalizing things and just denying emotions. It's great. Just then, Clover heard a strange sound that she thought she had never heard before. It was a bird, and Clover had never seen a bird. So as you can guess, she was very curious. Clover quickly bounded toward it with great happiness. She was hoping to make friends with it, but it quickly darted away. After a little, though, it came out again in curiosity. It knew it was in danger, but it was so curious that it looked hard at Clover, with misunderstanding in its eyes. Clover stared at it back. They looked at each other for a long time. Then Clover started purring at the bird, and then knew what she would do. She crouched low in the grass, keeping a watchful eye on the bird, hoping that it would not see her. When she got so close that she could hear it breathing, she suddenly sprang out upon the surprised bird. Hi, Titus. She tackled it, grabbing it by the scruff of the neck, and laying her velvet paw gently upon its throat so that it could not get away. The bird said to Clover, "What have I ever done to you that you do this to me?" Clover was silent. "All right, I'll let you go," she finally said reluctantly. The bird first made a peace treaty with Clover, and then gladly left. Just as the bird was out of sight, Clover thought she heard the honking of a car. She quickly whirled around as the Thompson family's car came into sight. "Oh, Clover!" called Cindy as she stepped out of the van. "Oh, Clover, we had the most exciting time. Tilly and I made a beautiful sandcastle, and then Millie, Tilly, and I had a swimming race, and guess who won? I did!" Wonder about their older sister, who just doesn't get a name. Wonder what she did. She probably just sat there and was sad that she's nameless. By this time, Clover had become very sad, as well as the older sister. "I wish I could have gone, but I probably would not enjoy what she was doing. I was being selfish." Just then, she heard the ringing of the lunch bell. So it's lunch again? But I thought they went to have lunch on the beach and it was evening and it's lunch again. Did night happen? Did they spend the night on the beach? I'm confused. But it's cool that they have a lunch bell. Like that's pretty cool. I was not surprised when Cindy quickly went inside. Left alone in the cool, fresh air, Clover walked about in the warm breeze. Ah, sighed Clover. It feels so nice to be walking about freely on a cool summer evening. I guess it's cool again. Always free to make your own choice. Just then, Clover heard a flutter of wings above her and slowly looked up. There, right above her, was a flock of birds. They were coming back from their migrating for the winter. Oh, them again! Now it will be so noisy around here that my ears will hurt like crazy. Not to mention they always do when these crazy birds come back. I thought you'd never seen birds. How does she know what they do? Okay. Clover sighed heavily. I wish they would go and then stay put. I did not want to hear another tweet around here in 3 years. Then Clover remembered that meant not seeing her only friend for months. Wait, the bird's her only friend? That's so sad. What about Cindy? Oh well. I will just have to decide. I can both bear the noise and see my friend, or I can pretend the birds are away and pretend the truth, which is that my closest friend is not here, thought Clover. I guess I would rather pretend the other truth. It is better to have my friend back than to be sad all year. I don't really exactly follow that logic, but that's okay. Moments later, Clover was standing in front of a big pool of water. Yes, somehow she teleported to just be in front of it. I wonder what this is, she thought. She's never seen water either. How has she survived all this time? Suddenly something wet and cold was splashed against her. She growled, spat, and hissed, but nothing she did would cease the water splashing against her side. Then suddenly it occurred to her small little mind that this was nowhere near home, that the Thompson family had gone to the beach, not swim in a pool, and that she was lost. What does the beach and pool have anything to do with anything? Oh dear, sighed Clover. I should not have strayed so far. Soon the sky darkened and Clover felt the cool breeze beat against her side. Oh, why did I stray so far from home? Wait, that's just weird. A breeze beating. Oh, why did I stray so far from home? Clover thought. Oh well, all things work together for good. Clover was happy for a few seconds. A sense that God was there stole over her. Then a feeling of terror gradually spread itself in her heart. Where would she sleep? What would she eat? Where would she go? What would she do? Where would she find shelter? All these questions were presenting themselves to her mind so quickly she hardly got a chance to think. She stood there for a few seconds wondering what to do. After she had made up her mind on what to do, she slowly walked towards the east and to the woods. When she got there, it had started to pour. She then, seeing shelter, ran towards a big fort of trees. She just barely made it through the night, but somehow she did. The next morning, she woke to find that she was lying in a comfortable fort made out of trees. I wonder how that conveniently just happened to be there. She yawned contentedly, stretched, and scratched the forest floor. What did the forest floor ever do to you, Clover? That's mean. Then, feeling a little uncomfortable, went out into the forest in hunt of breakfast. When she had gone a little ways, she heard a rustling sound in the bushes. Breakfast, she thought. I have been waiting so long for my morning meal, and to think, it is finally here. As Clover was looking around the bush, she felt something swipe at her tail. She whirled around, frightened but not angry. There was a humongous tiger. However, to her relief, he was a friendly one. Don't worry, guys. He gently purred and then began to tussle Clover, flipping her on her back, now and then running about her until she was too dizzy to fight back. You'd think that would make the tiger more dizzy than Clover. Then rolling her over on her side and lunging towards her, but always missing his aim on purpose, so that she had enough time to recover from her dizziness and catch on to what was going on around her. Finally, with Clover becoming the champion of that fight, wow, she beat a tiger. I guess because he let her. The tiger was dart another one. Soon the tiger and Clover were good friends. This is how you make friends, guys. Just fight them until they love you. Clover was sad when the tiger left, but she reminded herself that she could not stay with him forever. Clover was proud to have a friend like the tiger. She was happy to know that he always accompanied her, even when she was scared almost to death. But he just left you. He doesn't always accompany you. However, she knew in her heart that there was a closer friend to her mind and soul, even than the tiger, who she literally just met that day. That person was Jesus. She also knew he would be with her through rain and sunshine, through the hard times and the easy times. Jesus was the closest friend she had ever known since she was a kitten in her mother's tummy. Clover walked on with a happy heart, thinking happy thoughts, and still in hunt of breakfast. The stop to meet the tiger had delayed her about half an hour. Soon she came to a small stream where she caught a few small fish. Then she went back to the fort, which was now to her new home, and had the fish for breakfast. Then she lay down for a nap. She was awakened by a small noise coming from outside her house. She peered sleepily around the doorway of the fort. Outside there was nothing at all interesting, but Clover stared outside as if her eyes were going to pop out, her mouth tightly closed but wanting to open up in surprise. As you can well imagine, this was very uncomfortable. Because there, right in front of her, refusing to go, was the bird she had freed only yesterday. The bird told her to follow it because it would take her home, but Clover refused to go without the tiger. He is my best friend, was her excuse. Oh, okay, agreed the bird. I bet you hurt its feelings, Clover. You met the bird before the tiger. Poor thing. Thank you, exclaimed Clover. Thank you ever so much. The bird flew down and got Clover's other friend. With the help and guidance of everyone's closest friend, they were sure they would have a safe journey. Soon after they had walked several miles, the tiger said, "Do you think we will reach Cornflower today?" I guess that's the name of the town that they live in. "I do not know," answered the bird. "You know," said Clover later, "you guys need a name." "That's right," exclaimed the tiger. "My mother didn't name me ever since I was born," agreed the bird. "Then let's get you named," Clover agreed. Clover said thoughtfully. "I know," she exclaimed after a long pause. "Your name," here she pointed at the tiger, "your name is Stripes. And yours," here she pointed at the bird, "your name is Bluebell." "Those sure are good names for animals like us," said the tiger in amazement. "I could never think of names that fit me and Bluebell so well." They all laughed heartily and then moved on. Suddenly, adding to their troubles, it began to drizzle. They quickly ran towards the town where Clover lived. They got there just as the drizzling turned to rain. As they got near to the house where Clover lived, Bluebell told Clover their plan. "You go on to your home, Clover. Stripes and I will wait right here. We can play, talk, and eat during the night time and sleep during the day." Wow, that's so sweet. This bird is offering to turn nocturnal just for that. "That way the humans won't notice us and be scared by Stripes." "All right," agreed Clover. "That is perfectly all right with me. I don't have to change my entire lifestyle." So Clover went home. Right then and there, Clover received a wonderful hug and stroke from Cindy. "Where have you been? We missed you." Clover only looked at her as if to say, "I missed you too. I'm glad to be back home again." That evening, as Cindy sat by the fire, warming herself, she exclaimed, "I do wish Clover didn't have to part with us soon." The next morning, Cindy awoke to hear a bustle downstairs. What is all this commotion about, she wondered. She ran downstairs to find out. What on earth could it be? I bet it's the dinosaurs they didn't eat earlier. They should have gone and eaten them. Then they wouldn't have caused all this trouble.